Well, that sucks. But this street light saved my ass. So, neat. Finn, how do you feel about this?
Dude, I'm surprised you're not more bummed.
Well, what am I gonna do about it?
I mean, I know. You got lucky. I mean,
oh, yeah.
You could have died. Like, literally, that Corvette would not have handled a roll down there.
Yeah, look at this. So, this is where I almost went. Thankfully, this pole saved my ass. Guys, I wish I could be more sad about it right now, and I know that I'm gonna be really sad about it when I go home and have a time to like cool off and think about it. But honestly, I'm really stoked at the fact that I'm alive. Dude, shit happens. People die every day, and I could have been one of them, so. Do you want me to put it in neutral? We could probably just drive it on. Well, you guys wanted to see me lower the Corvette, so that's low as fuck, my guy. It's not gonna get any lower. It almost looks like a GTR from this angle. Camber, right. We'll just pretend like my control arm isn't totally just fucked. I don't think it's gonna make it, man. You're gonna have to probably drag it, I think. That's the culprit right there. I've got asshole. You see that front wheel jiggle? No leaking fluids. Engine's probably fine. Which is good, because that's where all my money's at. See you later. Thanks for helping me, Finn.
I'm here for you, bud.
Oh, shit. Fucking cracked my fender, man. Damn. Cracked it.
Whoa.
Oh, that's definitely from the pole. Yeah. So I guess I should make a little update. Right now I'm in the back of Finn's brand new Ford Shelby whatever with him. We're gonna go by the collision shop that they're dropping it off at. Check out and see if they can give me kind of an idea. So we have some ideas in mind. If the frame isn't bent, which it hopefully isn't, we can repair it. If the frame is bent, then I'm gonna probably total it out. Probably just get like a old Camaro then. Buy like a 72 and LS swap it. You know, because those are great on traction and handling. Add tire pressure. It knows that the tires are low at least. The meth kit still works. Yeah, weight reduction. Yeah. Right? Good, man. I just got the email saying that my bumper was delivered. Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I actually was just in an accident a couple hours ago, and I'm dealing with that right now, but I'm fine. No big deal, man. No big deal at all. All right, bye.
Yeah, it looks like you busted the lower control arm.
People keep telling me to lower my car, so I think that's good. Actually, it looks pretty dope. Lowered.
Yeah, those are just cambered wheels.
Just cammed out. We could probably drive it away like this if we just leave this on.
Yeah, that's it.
What speed do you think that'll hold up to?
50.
50? I mean, that bumper looks fixable, repairable without having to get a new one. You know what? This one was blown out anyway. Yeah. This was already cracked. I think the wheel just decided that it wanted to take it. Yeah, it was like, fuck it. People didn't really like the red wheels anyway. I mean, I liked them, but dude, I mean, it's separated there. Well, if I want to rewrap it, now would be the time to do it, wouldn't it? Yeah. God damn, man. If I see this thing on YouTube tonight, man, I tell you what. That's gnarly though, man. Ugh, these weren't even my wheels. That's the bad thing. Roll my fenders, eh, they said. It'll be great, they said. So, guaranteed I have to replace the rocker. Said the door's fuckered.
Fenders.
Left fender, right fender, maybe the bumper. They're gonna check and see if the frame is warped. If the frame's warped, it's total. If the frame's fucked, there's nothing we can do about it. It's total. But if it's just the rocker, if it's just the rocker, the front fenders, and the control arm, it shouldn't be too expensive to fix that, you know? And considering that we might have some parts laying around, it might not be so bad either. So, you know what? Shit happens. That's fucking, yeah, stay tuned. Well, this sucks. What's going on, guys? It's your favorite boy, Do It With Crashing My Corvette here, back in again with another garage video, although I'm just in here because this is where you would normally see my car if it wasn't in a shop somewhere all tore up and shit. In this video, I'm gonna cover a couple of questions that you guys are gonna have, as in like, why the crash happened, how much is it gonna cost, is it gonna be like fixable and all that shit, so just stick around for a second, I'm gonna answer all your questions. The most important thing is that I am both fine and nobody else was involved. That is, I cannot stress you guys enough of how important this shit is, that nobody else was hurt in the process of this accident. Like, I went over a curb onto like a sidewalk and hit a pole and almost rolled down a hill that was like straight down. Hopefully I'll be able to, you can tell in the video that that's like kind of where I was at. If I had gone down that, I would have rolled and I probably would have died. So I narrowly escaped certain death probably, which is, it's good. But the most important thing is, and let me make this absolutely clear, is that nobody else was harmed. I was the only person around for a good bit other than my friends Finn and Ham, who I cannot thank enough for helping me out, especially with considering like how, like they were there directly in front of me when the accident happened and were right there to help me. And we got a tow service called along the way. And before we continue with talking about the accident, I wanna make one thing extremely clear right now. I've had a lot of people work on my car in the past couple of months and none of them are to blame for my accident. I cannot make this more clear. It's not something that Vengeance Racing did. It's not something that ACW did. This was a mechanical failure, and I'll go into that in a second. But I wanna make that absolutely clear. This is not something that anybody who worked on my car did or could have caught. The people I work with, I trust 100%, and I cannot put enough emphasis or faith in their work. I wanna make that absolutely clear now before we get on. I don't want anybody bad-mouthing anybody that I work with because it's none of their responsibility or fault. So before I go into what I think caused the accident, I will go into what exactly happened. About 30, 45 miles an hour when the wheel snapped completely to the left. The car went at probably like about a 45-degree angle across 5 lanes of traffic. That is incredible that no one was around. Had this had happened at highway speeds or on a 2-lane road where there was a bunch of trees, I would be dead. There's no doubt about it in my mind. So first of all, I'm blessed that this happened where it happened, on a non-busy road. I'm trying to remember, the car hit with the left side, the steering wheel at this point snapped right, and went sideways, hit a pole, knocking me back onto the road. At least this is the best of my memory because it happened very quickly and I didn't have a whole lot of time to react. So at this point, I'm facing the opposite direction with no cars coming my way either way. Thankfully, a cop showed up and a wrecker service and people were really quick to help me out. Got me off the road in no time. I was there for maybe 30 minutes, which thankfully I wasn't going that fast. Had I been going faster, it could have been a probably completely different story. Now the wheels I had were on the car that were borrowed from Justin. He thankfully let me borrow these wheels, and obviously I owe him for a pair of wheels. Now, if I remember right, another YouTuber, I think Street Speed 717, had borrowed wheels to someone else and they had wrecked their Corvette. So I'm starting to think that maybe borrowing wheels was a bad idea. So don't be nice enough to let people borrow your wheels because they'll wreck their shit. The left fender is completely blown out because of the wheel. Front bumper is fine. The left rocker is completely shredded on the left side. I think that's probably either where the curb or the pole hit up against. My left door has got a big crack in it, about this big on the side from where the pole bounced off. And then the right fender is blown out because the right control arm snapped and went up into the wheel well like that. Which, if that's just all of it, then it's fixable. If that's the only bit of damage, there's no frame or structural damage. I think the Corvettes have an aluminum unibody. No question in my mind that the car will be fixed. It wasn't leaking any fluids. I don't know. So let's go into what caused the accident. But I know how the internet works and I know what the comments are gonna be like, so I'm gonna address exactly what happened. My left control arm snapped. Not only did I feel this happen, but I have the police officer who wrote it down on the piece of paper, and the mechanic that I'm working with to help fix the car has also confirmed this. This is not an if, this is exactly what happened. Because I've written a story out about exactly what happened on my Instagram. I saw a lot of comments asking me if it's a GM problem or if it's because of aftermarket parts and stuff like that. After doing some research, I'm not the first person to have this happen, but as far as I can tell, there's no recalls on that particular part. And I personally don't believe it's a faulty part or GM's problem. I think that this is 100% my own fault, or not necessarily my fault, but my causing. You guys remember how I talked about cracking my fender where the wheel hit the fender and caused the crack on the same side of the control arm that broke. Now it hit a pothole very hard, like to the point where I remember going, that fucked some shit up. So I got out, the wheel was on straight still, and there was a crack in my fender, and I thought to myself, that sucks. But I didn't think that it had damaged anything because the car still drove fine. I didn't notice any left or right steering when I got on it going straight. Everything seemed fine. As far as I'm concerned, it was just a fender that I cracked. But what I believe and what the mechanic also believes is that when I hit that pothole, it weakened the structural part of the control arm and that it just happened to snap. It could have happened at any time, he said. The good news is that it didn't happen on the highway. It didn't happen, you know, when I was hauling ass. It didn't happen when I was gonna go see my family this weekend. So he said that that's very lucky. He said that it could have happened at any time and it was just luck of the draw when it happened when it did. So, I mean, like, not a lot of people would consider crashing their car a blessing, but I very much believe that in a weird way that someone was kind of watching out for me that day, because it could have been a lot worse. The accident could have killed someone or me, or at least severely hurt someone or damaged someone's property. I'm very grateful for the fact that I didn't have that happen to anybody else other than me. And the truth is, I have full coverage insurance. I've put enough money into my car to know where that, like, yeah, chances are that something's gonna break. You know, that's just how working on cars is. I'll be honest, I pictured myself wrecking in a completely different way than what happened. And I can laugh understanding the fact that not only did I not hurt anybody else, but that I'm gonna be okay, whether my car is totaled or not, or I have to pay out of pocket, or I have to wait to get some shit fixed on it. Like, I can live with that knowing that nobody else was hurt, and I'm not gonna sit around and sulk and cry about a car. Cars can be fixed and replaced, someone's life cannot. And that's the most important part here, is that if anything, I hope you just have more respect for your vehicles. I'm not saying that check every pothole or don't drive like an asshole sometimes, or, you know, don't have fun. I'm just saying that, you know, like, this might have been a wake-up call for me to treat my vehicle with a little bit more respect. Now, I know you guys probably want to see me wreck the car, like, probably want to see me actually wreck the car. Unfortunately, I wasn't recording or anything like that. I would have gladly probably posted it. I did scream like a little bitch when it happened, because I thought I was dying. I won't even pretend like I didn't. Saw it coming and I was like, well, this is how I die. Now, let's talk about the question that's probably on most of you guys' mind at this point. Is it fixable, or what? What's gonna happen to it? That is to be determined at this point. I don't know. So, like I said, if it's just the panels and the control arm, I can fix that no problem. It won't be super expensive. I probably won't even have to go through insurance to do it. That being said, I don't know whether or not it's totaled or not, because I have to wait for them to put it on a sort of like a jig, a frame jig, and check and make sure that nothing's tweaked. Now, if nothing is tweaked on the frame and it's just aesthetics, I'll have the car up and running again in no time. So, if it's totaled out, what am I gonna get afterwards? And that's something I haven't been able to answer yet, because I wasn't ready to get rid of the car in the first place, so it's not something that I kind of want to do. Thank you guys for everyone who was considerate of me. There was tons of people on Instagram wishing me to be good and be happy, and I want to thank all those people. There's been a lot of people who've been super supportive of me in this time, and it always makes me remember that I got a lot of people watching my back. A Spin with Finn and my buddy Ham, both of those guys helped me so much that day. They drove me all over the place till I got shit figured out. They like canceled their plans to hang out with me and figure this shit out. It was really nice. What really surprised me was the reaction I got from Justin over at ACW, Atlanta Custom Wraps, the people who wrap all my shit. His response was not, you owe me money for wheels. He wasn't mad that I just destroyed some of the work that he had done. You know, he wasn't even concerned about the car, to be honest. His first words out of his mouth were, we love you. The more and more I thought about it later, it was like, holy shit, that's some real shit. That's real friends. We will see as time goes on about the car. I'm not really all that worried about it, you know. Either way, I'm either out of a car payment, an insurance payment, or my car's fixable. I'm not really upset with either one of those options, to be honest. That's how I'm gonna take it, that's how I'm gonna look at it. I hope you guys understand. And now that the weather's warming up and I don't have a car to work on, I guess I'm gonna have to do a lot more riding. And just because I know some people are gonna ask, there's not a GoFundMe set up, there's not a way for you guys to donate and give me money. I have the money to take care of this. I know a lot of YouTubers have asked in the past for money to help them get or fix things, and I'm not downing those people. I've been those people before. I'm just saying that I can handle this on my own. I'm not asking anybody for money. I don't want anyone to feel like they're obligated to help me pay for it, because while for a lot of people that's gonna sound absolutely ridiculous, there are a good number of people out there who wanna help me out because they like the channel or whatever. But I wanna let you guys know now that I don't need it, and I certainly don't want people worrying about me or my car. I want people to know that I'm safe and that I will fix my car when I can. With that being said, I think it's a fair time to plug my Heatwave visual sunglasses, which you can get 10% off all of them using the coupon code Duel with Dan. I think that's a fair plug. Yeah, I'm okay with that.